Welcome everyone, and if you can please wave at the camera. With ignorance of the thoughts and motivations of others creates a great wave of conflict among us. We all interact with and even function with other people daily. However, just as the audience and I have our own personal stance on life, so too does everyone else. Therefore, this discrepancy breeds the question, if we're all bound to our own thoughts, then what's the point in learning about everyone else's thoughts? There are many answers to this question. However, educating ourselves on the abundant information of several ideologies, we can begin to comprehend and cooperate with others more effectively, grasp how these ideologies shape the cultural and political field of a region, and find the commonalities between people rather than their differences. To begin with, I will address the importance of learning about different viewpoints to inspire comprehension and cooperation among people. By examining several outlooks on life, we can begin to understand people in a way that we couldn't before, regardless of time or space. Despite the difference in distance or time from other people, we can begin to grasp how they might have understood the world around them, even if they're from ancient history, instilling the lessons that they might have learned throughout their lives centuries ago. Understanding what drives us all individually creates an opportunity for us to discern how our thoughts and actions may be interpreted or affect others. In the article, Cooperation and Empathy Go Hand in Hand by the University of Pennsylvania, they analyzed how considering other people's perspectives, a form of empathy, allows for the persistence of cooperation, since comprehending another's perspective when conducting moral judgments prohibits harsh judgment from forming, because from the other person's perspective, they were doing the right thing. Now, please look at the image in front of me. It depicts an emperor of the Mughal Empire, Akbar the Great, who is surrounded by the countless scholars he would invite to his court to teach him of their ways. Akbar was a man who became fascinated by the workings of various religions and philosophies, leading to Akbar learning from numerous different religious figures and causing him to foster a great appreciation for people, which he would apply to his empire by allowing religious freedom to prosper immensely, because he heavily believed in pursuing the unity among people of different beliefs. Thus, by utilizing empathy to put ourselves in the shoes of others, we promote collaboration between people and comprehension of the knowledge others hold. Moreover, learning about these beliefs is important because it allows us to glean into the political and cultural impact they may have on people. Societies are comprised of people, and as previously stated, every person holds their own idea as to how the world should or does operate. Therefore, as the societies begin to form their culture and politics, the people's beliefs contribute to their formation. Adrian W. Lerner and colleagues detail in their article To Every Englishman in India that Mahatma Gandhi, a Hindu, syncretized his Hindu principles with his political ideology to counteract the current political state that India was in during Gandhi's time, thereby impacting the political realm of India with religious ideology. Nevertheless, communities' ideals aren't limited to affecting just the political realm, but also contributing to the cultural sphere. According to Stanford University's article, Gandhi Mohandas K., Martin Luther King Jr. was inspired by Gandhi's principles concerning how to combat political issues. Therefore, Martin Luther King Jr. would shape a new cultural and political philosophy based off of Gandhi's earlier religious principles. The most evident example of MLK Jr.'s inspiration is the concept of ahimsa, a Hindu principle of nonviolence that Gandhi employed to battle the colonial rule in India. MLK Jr. would apply this concept of ahimsa to combat the oppressive and racist forces in the United States of America, hence creating a new cultural ideology of nonviolence across the U.S. Additionally, utilizing the knowledge learned from studying numerous ideologies can also be applied to learning about what draws people together through their common traits or beliefs. While people may have plenty of things that could be listed to distinguish how we're different from those across from us, there will always remain an insurmountable truth that in spite of all that, everyone still carries thoughts and beliefs that can align in one way or another with other people. Joshua Mark expresses this phenomenon in his article, Zoroastrianism, by describing how an ancient religion like Zoroastrianism has many components that share similarities to religions in the modern era, such as monotheism, belief in one God, a messianic or savior figure, an end time, and a heaven and hell realm. Further, these qualities can be seen across the broad scope of religious thought, like Christianity's monotheism, messianic figure, Jesus Christ, the end time and heaven and hell, Buddhism's belief in heaven and hell realms, Judaism's belief in monotheism and a savior figure, Islam's belief in monotheism and end time and heaven and hell, and Sikhism's monotheism. Overall, the point is that despite all the things that separate us from one another, there are always a plentiful amount of aspects that allow people to converge on shared values and beliefs. To wrap things up, the reasons to learn about the multitude of different thoughts and beliefs in the world are numerous, but some of the most influential reasons are having the capacity to cooperate with others effectively, understanding how these beliefs shape the culture and politics of a time, and being able to spot similarities between people. With everything being said, facilitating this type of introspection within ourselves to allow for a more close-knit connectedness with our peers will be what marches us into the future together.